I just think that the purpose of this exercise, if you really tune into that comic strip that I showed you, if you end up bombarding someone with too many words, it's going to be counterproductive. So what you've got to do is choose a succinct version that you at least believe gets a flavour of the message and prompts the trainer, the teacher, the mentor to ask questions. And we've achieved success here if the conversation is rich, rewarding, and it starts, as opposed to, I guess we've all had those situations where you're having a meeting and you don't know what to say. It's just this pause, this silence. And so if we don't have silence, we have meaningful discussion. Less words is always going to be better. But nice questions, thank you.
Thank you very much for the nice talk, as everybody has already acknowledged the quality of the talk you've given. My question is somewhat an extension of what has already been asked by Dr. Arif. I would like you to put some light on how to manage or how to balance between the freedom of the idea that the student must have, especially the students of the younger level like master students, and the degree of the input that the supervisor or the advisor must put in, without killing the creativity of the idea of the student and keeping in mind the fact that the time frame and the resources are limited, especially in the countries like Pakistan. I would like to talk about this topic.
Thank you for that. That's another great question. I mean, I think to me, that is the struggle that as educators we've had forever. So even if you forget that this is very research related, if we just take research out of it, and it's like we're guiding students to write an essay or an assignment. It's the same. It's basically the same question. So we want to be there. We have to serve multiple. We'll wear multiple hats. So we want to guide them. We want to give them sort of enough help and assistance, then stop short of actually doing the assignment for them in that setting. So it's the same here, and it's a really good question, and there's no simple answer. I think everyone just has to, particularly given the context, and if it's master's students and we know that they're really early, we probably err on giving them more guidance and more assistance. If they're PhD students and they've already been around a little while, we give less guidance and assistance, even if we know that we have some answers, but they have to learn it themselves, and maybe our answers aren't the best ones anyway. So it's the eternal struggle. It's a really great question. Another one of those cases where I think there's no clear-cut answer. We're in a much better position to recognise the issue than if we don't recognise it. And I think that's important to draw attention to.
Last question.
I'm Dr. Sada from University of Faff. I just want to ask a very simple question. That is, how do you get this idea for launching this pitch, and what was the driving force for designing and structuring this pitch? Thank you.
Thank you. Very good question. And it's like a lot of simple questions, they can have such a long and difficult answer. So I'm trying to avoid that because I know it's an important time now for us to have a break. I sort of feel like I've been working on this for all of my career, and I just didn't know it for the first 30 years. I've supervised a lot of PhD students. I don't want to bore you with the numbers. I've worked collaboratively on a lot of research teams, either at a peer level where I've been guided or where I've guided. And in every single one of those, I always feel like I've learned something. So I think my learning journey still continues, and when one day when I figure I'm not learning anymore, that's the time for me to stop. But I have no intention of stopping. I think there's a range of events that have helped bring this to where it is today, and a lot of it comes from being asked to be an expert on research in PhD symposia or whatever, where you've got to come in, and I think we've all heard these talks before. How do you publish? What are the critical things for publication? And having done a lot of these, it started to help mould and bring all the ideas I had. I'd learned a lot from all the research situations I'd been in, and then it just sort of happened. And also, it is one important element which it's embarrassing to admit, but I'm going to have to say it, a frustration on my part of not being as efficient as I felt I could be with my students. And so I felt all of these things we would eventually cover, but it would take months. And so now, I just thought there's got to be a better way. I finally sat down and bring it all together, and it's sort of, it changed a little bit, but pretty much then it's something, or now it's something that I can give it to the students and sort of guide them in all sorts of ways that I've talked about here. And we're hitting the ground running. We're sort of getting to a point that I hope I got to with all of them sometime. Now it's going to happen a lot more quickly. So it just seemed to be a really good exercise to do. And then the final thing was, I figured the 300 papers I published in my life, no one's ever going to read those. They'll never remember me for that. This, to me, is my signature piece. This is like what I want to be remembered for, and coming to places like Pakistan to have the opportunity to talk to you, just continue to motivate me. So this is pretty much it for me. Thank you.
Sorry, we cannot take other questions. We are running out of time.